trauma growing up, and I want people to realize that they can be a survivor and not always have to live as that victim. And being a therapist is something I never thought I would ever do. And God seen me fit to be able to do that. He knew my calling before I did, and that's where I'm at. I mean, to be able to have a new car, a new home, it's just amazing. And a lot of times I just tear up just because I have gratitude. But that just again goes back to starting where my journey was in recovery, and that was at Corner Haven. There was no way. I I couldn't imagine someone laying under a parking structure or wherever it may be and trying to attend school, trying to attend a drug program, and trying to stay clean without food and shelter or anything else that was necessary at the time. Basic needs are important. Myself, if I had the power and I was capable of getting a homeless shelter, there's no way I would deprive anybody to come through there. So you can imagine me or anyone else. If I was deprived of that at that time, would I have a master's degree in counseling? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have none of this if it wasn't for the shelter. You cannot, you got a foundation, and that foundation for me was the shelter. And for me to grow in my journey, in my recovery or mental health, there's no way that I could have done it any other way. There's no way.
When I went into the shelter, I was in an abusive relationship, and they welcomed me with like open arms, like letting me know I wasn't going to be hurt anymore. Plus, I was in active use, so we had options to do things like go play in the gym or work out or go to NA meetings or go play at the park for a little bit, but we had to have a paper. And my choice, at first I got wrote up a lot because I wouldn't do it, and then I got into NA, and they supported that. They helped me get to places. They helped me get my first job ever, at McDonald's when it was downtown. Um, they just helped support all the right decisions that I wanted to do instead of the wrong. We have a new home now. I'm raising my children on my own now instead of having to depend on everybody else to do it for me. Um, I stay home for the most part because there's really nothing good in town to do. so, um, but the shelter, it saved my life. If I didn't have it, I wouldn't be where I was today.
Without having someplace safe to go and be able to sleep, at the time I feared that, I was going to lose my life because I was freezing to death. It's middle of winter, it's cold, and I didn't have no place to go. I didn't have a friend to stay with, and I didn't have a job, and I wasn't on any type of assistance, so I had no food. If it wasn't for them, I probably would have died. So I work for Kentucky River Community Care. I've been there for 2 years now. I graduated Hazard Community and Technical College back in the summer, and I'm currently a student at the University of Kentucky in the Bachelor for Social Work program. After I complete it, I'm going to consider going on for my master's degree in social work. So, since being clean, it's allowed me to build a very good relationship back with my family. I've got a wonderful wife that supports me in everything that I do, and I have a very great support group that helps me on the daily basis. Um, for me, having a homeless shelter, whenever I went through one, it gave me safety, to just to be safe and have some place to sleep and some food to eat. And they also give me resources that ultimately led to me getting a job in the area and finding a place to live. Me and someone else that was in the shelter was able to move out into our own own apartment, and I got a job right across the road. So it gives me some form of stability in my life, and it's a very good resource to have.
Well, there's just so many people that's right on the bubble that if they do have a little help, they can make it over the hump. And I think that's a need that's not being met right now in our county. And we're not going to be a place for everyone. We'll be a place that just anybody and anything can go on, or anybody can come and stay. But if you're looking for help, a hand up and not a hand out, then we're going to be able to meet that need. And people's needs that we're not necessarily be able to meet at our shelter, we will source with other counties and other communities to find a place for you. Our goal is that no one will have to go hungry, no one will have to sleep out in the street or under a bridge. We want to be a help to the community.
Well, I myself am a recovering addict, and I know several people that have gone through um, these shelters and programs who now are successful and have professional careers. And as you know, and we all know, a lot of the homeless population has a substance abuse um, disorder and often mental health issues as well. And it's a place for them to have a safe environment to start with, and then to, we want to not just be a homeless shelter, we want to be a resource center so that we connect people to different resources in the community. Not just give them a place to come and stay, but to give them a place to come and stay and ask them what their goals are and what they hope to achieve and how we can help them do that. And then, with being a part of the community and my actual job that I work for Kentucky River Community Care, I'm connected to a lot of resources, and I know a lot of resources in town, and we've partnered with Spartan Ministries, and so we have the opportunity to give them the opportunity to get stabilized first and foremost, and then beyond that get treatment, whether it be for substance abuse and or mental health, and then get into emergency housing and different programs that our agency and other agencies have